Good morning, everybody. It's Diane Brennan. Welcome to my channel. We are here again on a Tuesday instead of Monday. I was going to try to make this on Mondays, but I find that Mondays I'm often catching up from all the things I couldn't do over a weekend because businesses were closed and things like that. And so this might become the day I switch it to. And it's Thunderstorm Tuesday here, by the way. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but we have thunder rumbling here. Anyway, today we're doing the threes in Cartomancy. And again, for the last time, I have this pair of the Sultana playing cards and the Tarot Sophistiqué because after this, it goes into a round pattern, not the traditional patterns. And I like to stick to the traditional patterns for these videos. Although I love this deck and I do use it professionally because I know the meaning. So it doesn't matter about the pattern per se. Although patterns and symbols are very important. So it depends on my mood, really. But anyway. And then the Tarot Sophistiqué, very, very, very traditional Marseille pattern deck. So in the threes, in general, we have growth. We have two things produce another thing. Something new comes in. We can also have scattering. Okay. So, and you see that very clearly in the pattern in the coins and the cups because of this, flourish around them where they're separating from. So, with the three of diamonds or three of coins, we have your luck or your money grows because the diamonds is really the lucky suit. Okay, this is your fortune suit, good fortune, because it's red. And maybe you've invested and that has grown your money. Or you have a business and you've added, you've got two things going on and that has produced extra income for you. It's also a scattered mind. This is the mental suit in Cartomancy and playing cards, the education suit. So you can have a scattered mind here, as well as mental growth, like you're learning something new. So there can be progress there, something new coming in. So it's something growing bit by bit. It's not massive growth. This is a little bit of growth. All right. So this is something growing bit by bit. In this case, your money or your finances or your knowledge. It's also generosity and gifts at this card is another traditional meaning for this. And then further correspondence. If you remember, one of the meanings for the Ace of Diamonds is a letter. So this is corresponding further with somebody. You wrote to them, they wrote back to you, you've written to them again. The correspondence is growing. Okay. In the hearts or cups, we can have a baby here because two people got married and produced a third person. All right. So pregnancy, baby, those come in here in the three of hearts or three of cups. Also, a growing emotional bond between two people. This bond strengthens. We can have threes a crowd. You have two people who are really interested in each other. They're looking at each other here. They're looking at each other there. And you have this third person looking at the one of them or both of them. So we can have threes a crowd here. And then you also have like decorating and beautifying your home here. Because Cups, again, like about anything pleasurable, and it's about like home and family and stuff like that. So decorating, beautifying, adding things to your home to make it more pleasant, more appealing. Or something desired appearing. So there's something you were wishing for, hoping for, you've been working to manifest, and now it comes in. Right? With the Three of Clubs, we have practical progress towards goals, plans. This can still go into education, because if you are going back to school to do something to further your career, you work for a company and you want to become a boss and you go back to school to get your MBA, for example. My son did this. He's a mechanical engineer, and the only way to get into management as a mechanical engineer is to go get an MBA. So he did. And, so that would fall into the Three of Clubs or Three of Batons. Just developing, making progress bit by bit towards the long goals that you have, the things that you really want to accomplish, or even your daily goal. I mean, I have a list of chores for today. I am making progress on that list bit by bit already, and it's early in the day here still. It's late in the morning, but it's still early in the day. But also, this is your nature card. So this is crops, plants. I mean, if you look, this kind of looks like the one of the plant emojis, right? Trees or herbs growing. And then also overcoming obstacles, which you need to do in order to make progress in your goals, right? Towards your goals. So if there's something in your way, you're moving past it. Okay? You're having that breakthrough here and overcoming those obstacles that you may have had at the two. Then in the spades and swords, we go into growth in a negative way quite often. I also do see often with the Three of Swords a breakthrough here too, of two things that maybe were putting, maybe some pressure that was on you. I see a breakthrough there, breaking that pressure away. So it can have, remember, every single card in the deck has negative and positive meanings depending on what is around it. What are the other cards? And where are they falling? What's facing what? Where is it going? Where's the rhythm and the rhyme? This is often vexations, frustrations growing. Your stress is growing. Because again, it is negative growth for the most part. But it can also mean that, like, you're fighting. This is where that breakthrough for me comes in. You're fighting through the hardest parts, and you live to fight another day. It's actually a traditional meaning that I found for it. So those are the threes in Cartomancy. I do see threes, like I do see the Three of Cups or the Three of Spades come in if there is an affair, more than I see the other two. Oh, and that's the other, interference by a third party. So you have two people, let's say you have two friends, but you have a third person who is jealous of that friendship and tries to break it apart. That can be seen here in these threes. So it's going to all depend on the question and all of the cards that get laid down, what exactly the meaning is of these cards. And then your intuition. Always trust your intuition and your gut too. You can read them without that, but you'll do a better reading with it. Okay? AI can do a book reading and ascribe these meanings to the cards, But AI isn't going to take into consideration the other cards around it, and it's not going to use intuition because AI doesn't have it. I don't feel a tarot reading can ever be done as well by AI as it can be by a human because of that factor. Sorry, little side note. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned. Mondays or Tuesdays now, I'm going to say. Expect to see these videos come up. It all depends on what my Monday looks like, I guess. And I'm going to sit back and enjoy the storm for the rest of the day and work on my chores. Much love. Many, many blessings. Peace out.